Alrighty, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Let's see which zodiac sign we're reading for next. The highest teams of light, most valuable messages for the highest good. Who are we reading for next? Thinking Libra. So let's jump into Libra. Libra, people and placements. You could be dealing with a Cancer or, because Jupiter is in Cancer right now, right? So you could be moving away from some kind of conflict. Messages for Libra, people and placements. Yeah, there could have been something about something that was throwing off, or conflict that could have been throwing off your own ability to move forward or to care and nurture yourself. You could be, you could have rejected something emotionally in the past. All right, Libra, people and placements. This could be a Knight of Wands, somebody who is very kind of lusty or just all sex, all fast movement, no stability. Maybe this person brought conflict to you. They could be a player. The Page of Wands in the future, this could be some kind of new opportunity or some success coming towards you, something that you could feel inspired by. Could be a commitment or contract or belief system, a new belief system that you're holding that could help you to see beyond denial or through denial, so that you can take advantage of something. Ten of Swords in the reverse in the past position, it makes me think you're overcoming some kind of heartbreak or pain in the past. King of Wands in the future, wow, this could be somebody who wants to commit to you. Could be a fire sign masculine or somebody with Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So, alrighty, let's jump into your advice. What's the most important actions for Libras? Keep these straight to the point. What are the actions from the highest timeline? Guardian angels and guides for Libra, people and placements. So there is some kind of transformation happening in here. It looks like, yeah, there could be something of an apology, Page of Cups with Death card. This could be a Scorpio. This could be maybe working out some kind of emotions regarding shared finances as well. Yeah, this could have been something about, something was definitely throwing off your money in the past with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this Knight of Wands, this kind of player energy. Yeah, and there's something here about a new beginning or an inspiration, origin, enlightenment. This could be self-love as well, or it could be coming from somebody else, maybe this King of Wands. But tell me more for Libras, people and placements, family, home and commitment, number one. Storm. Yeah, there could have been a storm. You could have been dealing with a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sag is here. That could have been throwing off your money, especially if you're a feminine or Queen of Pentacles. You have some earth sign placements, or you were thinking about your finances very seriously. Yeah, this could have been something from the past or a past life, but I see you moving towards greater strength and empowerment. This could be self-love. Tell me more. Somebody might want to propose to you. Side note. Receive or open. Interesting. So there needs to be maybe you're changing your belief system about give and take so that you can be more receptive, so that you can receive and give in equal measure kind of energy. Maybe you were closed off before. This could have been something that had a lot of passion. Anything else for Libras? Beliefs, yeah. So this is all about your beliefs. This connection could have helped you see yourself or work through your own beliefs. Sometimes we don't realize the beliefs we hold until we enter relationships with others, right? This person could have been quite controlling or something, or I see you coming more into your passion and power. And maybe a control dynamic here was shaken up, but let's get you a familiar for Libras. Most important vital advice for Libras. Red Scroll, conscientious. So I see you were very much counting your dollars. What was your financial budget? Things like that. Advantage, interesting, and cunning in the reverse. Interesting. So maybe you were making sure to keep an advantage, to be smart, to think smart. Interesting. We're going to read Mouse here. Says, squeak and shout, there is no doubt. A lucky break has come about. Take a chance, today's the day. 'Tis favorable in every way. Interesting. This could be like something unexpected, like Eureka, like unexpected moment, Uranus energy. This could be about a home or or a family, or maybe also a relationship. Oh my, the things I can do for you. Being as small and quiet as I am offers you a most advantageous opportunity right now to uncover what's being said and done behind closed doors and muted voices. So maybe paying attention to your intuition. As I scurry about the place across the floor, shelving across tables, there's an awful lot I hear and see and reveal to you. Interesting. The worst that can happen to me or my friends is a broom on the behind. Longer the days that we fall for the cheese and the chopper trick. So it could be something about evaluating something, making sure it's safe. So come now and give me my instructions, where it is you need me to go, and who it is you need me to keep an eye on, and what it is you wish to know. Employ my powers now, and I help you get to the right places at the right time to put your ear to the ground so you can glean what you need. Be mindful, though, to put the information to proper use, where it's your head on the block, not mine. Yeah, there is something here about like a dangerous situation. Your words and actions are being closely observed. Promotion is probable. Double check everything. Getting things just right really does matter this time. Do nothing in secret, for in time these things too see the light, and it will be to your disadvantage. A most favored familiar for transmutation. If you find yourself overrun with mice, seek a humane way to remove them, and then look at what you're failing to take care of. Maintenance, hygiene, and proper storage. Use this as a trigger to get your house in order. Yeah, there's something about finances here for sure. Yeah, I almost said Taurus. I meant to say Taurus, but Scorpio almost slipped out of my mouth. So maybe you're dealing with those signs, Scorpio, Taurus. So this could be about the dichotomy between that axis, which is all about self-love, self-worth, self-value, your own personal savings versus shared finances versus intimacy versus sexuality versus Scorpio, like things that are hidden in the underworld, right? Transforming belief systems and power dynamics. Anything else for Libras? Wow. Okay, galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, and beloved, radical acceptance. Yeah, strong Scorpio, and Taurus, and Cancer. Okay, anything else for Libras? Groupthink, sideways. So maybe you're moving away from some kind of groupthink movement towards adventure. This could be somebody who wants to go on an adventure with you, or you could be going on an adventure with them. There's something about divine timing at play here as well. Something about Asia, or maybe like fruity drinks or something like that could be relevant. Needing direction. I think there is some kind of direction that you could be thinking about. Could be a Sagittarius, or travel or expansion, letting go, things like that. Yeah, transmuting pain. I see you coming out of pain. Bold step forward. The farther gate. Capricorn, Leo energy. Let's continue. Let's get you a Kali card for my lovely Libras. What is their message? Matangi. Yeah, there was something about negative speech in the past, maybe. Tell me more. This could be from you or others. Yeah, there's some kind of balance happening. Like Libra rules the scales of balance, right? So, balancing between your light and dark side. Let's see, 37. 37. Her every action is infused with loving, I heard infrared, I don't know what that has to do with anything, with loving purpose. Every challenge and every opportunity in your life exists by her divine design. Interesting. Our spiritual intelligence is within. When you trust your integrity and proceed according to your soul's values, you trust and are empowering her to be at cause in your life. Everything that happens is a part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established. You are being led to it. So that could be that finding that direction, right? This could be something to do with that Page of Wands energy there. Maybe commitment, potentially with the King of Wands. To honor the Dharma means to live according to genuine spiritual principles. What those principles are depends on your inner values, right? Your beliefs, your values, Taurus energy. To live according to your values means living with integrity of being, conducting yourself according to an inner spiritual code. If you're not quite ready to take such responsibility, or you do not yet have the confidence to trust in your own values, work with an external moral code and attempt to align that with that. Morality is like training wheels for the soul, imposing concepts of right and wrong. It is a top-down approach, mind first, and attempting to mold behavior accordingly. Spiritual integrity is a different approach. It does not ask what others think about a matter or how we'll be judged for acting in a certain way. Rather, it inquires as to what resonates the most as the most spiritually aligned course of action. It considers how we can speak and act in such a way that the inner values are respected. Adherence to external moral codes is useful in the earlier stages, but when a soul is ready to grow, being overly guided by morality can undermine spiritual progress. Morality leads the soul into a state of psychological infancy, responding to externally imposed measures of conduct and aiming to avoid repercussions when a transgression is discovered by another, or it may suffer with guilt or shame when a moral code has been violated, intentionally or not. In such a mindset, we hand power over to the collective that establishes the code. So we did see something about moving away from groupthink. Whether it's religious, socioeconomic, family, or political group, the collective more genuinely, in following that code, we adopt something of a childlike attitude to punishment and reward, hence the shock when bad things happen to good people. Those with the courage to grow into following an inner code take greater responsibility for their lives and actions. From greater responsibility arises greater freedom. In moving away from the crowd, such souls forge their own path. This does not mean we act in ways despicable to others. Certainly there are people who deny the power of moral code, but also lack interconnection to spiritual presence, and so move with an absence of integrity altogether. Such people create much pain for themselves and others as they assume a level of personal power without spiritual maturity to ensure the power is expressed benevolently. Our evolutionary process for strengthening our connection to Dharma, our spiritual law, transforms our relationship with ourselves and each other in the world. As we grow spiritually and mature at a psychological level, we naturally begin to cultivate our inner values, eschewing those that have been taught that no longer resonate. So this could be not really about a commitment, maybe more about belief systems. We learn that often painful lessons of what happens when we abandon our values to pursue that which society says is more important: control, profit for personal gain at any cost, social status through positions of power. For example, we increasingly align ourselves with our values values and adhere to them more courageously, evolving them according to inner resonance rather than outer effect. We realize that self-respect is more important than trying to control or manipulate outer events or other people. We are moved from an inner place rather than motivated by external rewards. As a consequence, it is espiritually safe for us to receive the abundance of material blessings because we know we will not try to sell our soul to obtain them. The Dharma of Kali brings the message that your most abundant success is manifest when you're aligned with your integrity. You do not need to put your faith in pathways or projects that don't resonate with you at a deeper spiritual knowing and values. Seeking the ways of the world to bring you what you need is only going to limit spiritual progress and undermine the most abundant manifestation of your purpose. If you intuitively know what you need to engage with more traditionally worldly means of progress, you can do so with your spiritual integrity intact, guiding you so you stay true to yourself in the process. As you're guided from within, you shall make the best progress. That's interesting. Strong focus on Taurus. I keep seeing the number 12 popping up. So maybe 1212 or 21 or something like that. Kalika Tantrika, you can see she's kind of like, it looks like Kali right on, standing on top of Shiva. So there could be some kind of overcoming. Let's go and check that one out as well. 35. Could be this deep shadow work, Scorpio energy. Could be some kind of conflict. It says our wild mother goddess overcomes duality, resting in the sweet spot of integration, healing, and creativity. She facilitates the overcoming of tension and conflict, birthing sacred solutions and evolution into greater bliss. Kalika Tantrika is Kali, the tantric queen. So, right, this is the moment when Kali's actually finished the war, and Shiva's trying to calm her down. She overcomes all karma, realigns pathways when we veered off course, reverses momentum of negative uses of free will, and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. Presence announces significant change and positive improvement in all aspects of your life, especially spiritual. Interesting. This is, okay, what does this say? The Tantra of Kali is the teaching of the immanence of the goddess. Her appearance in a reading indicates a time when the feminine principle must be in the dominant position. This is not a declaration that the feminine is superior, it is equal to the masculine yet different. It is recognition that the feminine is holding and birthing energy to shift from one way of or paradigm or political structure. The feminine must lead. As Kali, she disrupts negative power structures and holds space for something completely new to emerge from the rubble. Yeah, so even if you are going through with a commitment or something, this could be about establishing it in a different way, a new way. The simplest way to describe the eminence of the goddess is that it's the deep respect for intuitive knowing and action taken on a non-rational yet deeply insightful instincts of the heart. This is not about being emotionally reactive. There are multiple expressions of the sacred tantric inversion, placing the sacred feminine in the leadership position and deconstructing patriarchy. We practice it when listening to our intuition with complete courage, rather than going against inner knowing for the sake of logic. Another is reversing the flow of what has been generating. This may mean halting a path you wanted to travel, but now I've come to realize it's not honoring of your heart. It could be a breaking down of what has been established because it has been too restrictive and needs to be rebuilt in a new way, or perhaps released altogether. So this is giving the vibe of like two people who are very immature, potentially. Remember, that which appealed to the caterpillar is not going to tempt the butterfly. As the soul evolves, our needs and desires often undergo profound transformation too. Tantric teachings resonate less with the clean, tidy, methodical approaches and more with the wild, spontaneous shamanic energies innately tuned to and responsive to life. The primal force of the feminine is moving along your soul journey at present. Attuning to the primal power requires loosening the mental grip over your life. Allow for more space and flexibility. If your schedule is too tightly wound that every moment is accounted for, set the intention to slacken the reins. The feminine needs freedom. She cannot be crammed into minimal spaces and expected to thrive. If you try to control her, she will rebel, and when she is Kali, her rebellions topple kingdoms. It is possible to heal and transform even radically without evoking her wrathful nature if you're open to her guiding presence. Her wrath is love, so we need not fear it, but it certainly can be a welcome change of pace for powerful shifts to be able to happen with grace and ease. You are encouraged to listen to your gut and allow for wisdom to emerge. Act according to instinct and let go of methods that don't resonate with your heart, even if the mind tells you that not following these methods leads to failure. The Tantra of Kali is the practice of unconditional trust in the feminine. Her ways are unpredictable, apparently ever-changing, and she manifests as Kali, and if you try to pin her down and control her, she's likely to lop off the offending appendage. Right? And that's why Shiva was submissive, right? To calm her down. Instead, we submit to her, entering into the black void of possibilities and not knowing with the realization that when we don't know what's going on, the divine feminine does. If we willingly open to her sacred knowledge rather than try to impose our will and logic and desire upon her, she shows us what is going to work best. So that's interesting. You could be communing with your spirit team, asking them to guide you, kind of releasing, detaching, staying detached, perhaps. But let's get you some tea leaf to get a general idea of the energies, what they need you to know for Libra people in placements. Oh, box. Pandora's box, curiosity, okay. Anything else? Feeling tied down or frustrated in the past, okay. Anything else? That could be that group think you're moving away from. I see you unlocking something. Great worry over nothing. A wish could be granted or it could be fixed. Paying attention to your work, interesting. You won't be sad. And a wish will be granted, okay. Tell me more. Libra. Maybe there's a need to pay attention to your work. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Anything else for Libra people in placements? Yeah, you're overcoming some kind of heartache over what you no longer had. Tell me more for Libra. Tell me to move on. Libra, people and placements. Beware of self-delusion. Something important like a new job or raise. There is a need to stay grounded at this time. Tell me more. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Valley. So maybe you've gone through some kind of dark valley, Libra. As I walk through the shadow of death. I don't know. Celebration, fun, enjoyment in the past. There could have been some overdoing of this. Maybe somebody here was drinking. Yeah, this could have been some kind of issues, temporary problems. This could be what you're delusional about as well. Be mindful. Discord, new job or career. Nice. Family. Could be something about like balancing both career and family or considering them. Yeah, be careful of somebody two-faced around you as well. Anything else for Libra? Or maybe this could be, it could be a dark man. Happiness, new job or career. Okay. Libra, tell me more. Oh, shit. Opportunities are waiting for you. Maybe there's an opportunity to do with the dark man, potentially. But do be careful. Do vet people, I would say. Anything at last? Messages for Libras. You will be lucky in the future if you're a woman who has darker features or maybe darker, you've integrated your shadow kind of energy. Someone could be working against you behind your back, but it could be in your family maybe, or there's going to be luck with your family, but there could be somebody working against this, so do be careful or something like that. Keep your life in balance will be important as well. This could be like energies as well, like negative energies that don't want this to happen. Anything else for Libras? Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. I think you need to do some kind of heart healing. That could be really helpful as well. Someone new could be entering your life, okay? Or maybe this is someone from the past. Yeah, interesting. Anything else for Libra? I think you're overcoming some major challenge to do with the past, definitely. This could have been something to do with temptation. You might be giving or receiving a precious gift. Anything else for Libras? Bridge, successfully overcoming something. Any last messages from this side for Libras? Temporary situation, tent. Tell me more. There's definitely some kind of forces, so I would be careful at this time and really vet people in places. But let's get you some animal spirit for Libras. What's the most important vital piece of advice from the highest timeline of love and light for Libra energies from your spirit team? Angel Michael, guardian angels and guides, benevolent deities. Surrender now, moth spirit. This could be about, rebirth is assured. Anything else? Kind of like a moth to a flame maybe, or something like that. There is always enough. Interesting. I'm kind of curious what know your worth is there. So that's standing out skunk spirit and fox spirit. Think on your feet. Know your worth. Alrighty then. Let's continue. Let's get some of these. Libra. Messages for Libra people and placements. Messages for Libra from their spirit team. Most vital messages, please. Big focus on finances. You won't be persecuted anymore. You might be exiting your bubble. Okay, the things that are working against you are fears. These could be forces, negative forces working against you. So there's something about staying on track and staying in a direction, staying focused. But yeah, definitely fears or phobias could be part of this negative energy or something that's working against you. I do see angels working with you to successfully overcome something after feeling frustrated. Great warrior over nothing. Healing, 10 of swords in the reverse. Oh, shit. Spirituality and religion could be important at this time. Belief systems, though, as well. So let's see what we can get from the angels. Or actually, let's grab a white light. Okay, Libras. Sacred Scar. So I think Sag got this as well. You could be dealing with one. But I see you transitioning into greater healing. Anything else for Libra? Bowl of Sadir. Okay, let's see. Number 30. It says, your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and the world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection. Sorry, just give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Anyways, journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies towards that which you wish to manifest. So this is all about what you focus on, you manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you can contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. From the Norse traditions of Scandinavia comes the sorcery of Sadi, or the practice of cracking open the egg in order to read and also shape the future. The egg is a symbol of the infinite divine potential in the beginning of new life. Actually, there is a nakshatra in Libra's subset that is represented by the egg. Sadir is a mysterious, I think it's Swati. Sadir is a mysterious soothsaying or visionary practice which also involves shamanic healing to divine an appropriate pathway through times of trouble and communal strife, through prayer, chant, and binding magic, as well as visionary practices in an altered state, all of which are supported by focused and collective intention. A powerful healing takes place. The appearance of this oracle indicates your soul talents, whatever they may be, can be of influence in the world. If you dedicate yourself to personal development for the greater good, you can contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. Even if our intentions are pure, believing we know what should happen to whom and when is the working of the ego and not the soul. We may want the best for all, but we cannot know why their past is unfolding as it is, or what their soul needs to learn. Sadir is a practice of shadows and spell casting, binding, and release, which could be used for the higher purpose or personal gain. It dwells upon the borders of morality. The spiritual maturity of the practitioner determines whether the effects are for good or ill. This oracle advises us good intentions are not enough to ensure the outcome of our efforts are beneficial. We need the wisdom that comes through surrendering into divine intelligence. With the awakened heart, it is possible to be a clear and channel for spiritual light in the world, dedicating your soul talents to overcoming hate and divisiveness. Traditionally, the practitioner of Sadir was a spiritual leader known as a Volva or Volur, a soothsayer or seer, a Spokona woman of prophecy, or Sakona woman of magic. She would not only work alone, but call upon community members to empower the practice. When we choose to align our actions with the heart truths, we become the spiritual birth mothers and founding fathers of a more spiritually advanced humanity. Tremendous creative power is generated when a group comes together in focused practice. If you seek to work with others, be aware of the positive potential and proceed with integrity and care. The patron goddess of Sadir is Freya, the Norse goddess with an insatiable appetite for pleasure, life, sensuality, and the finer things, and unconditional freedom to do as she chooses, to be as she chooses. She is also a goddess of war, hence she is not afraid to enter into battle nor love. Her husband, what's that saying? With all is fair in peace and love and war or something? Her husband, Odin, is associated with prophecy, inspiration, and ecstasy. When he is away from her, she weeps red gold tears. No stranger to suffering or ecstatic pleasure, Frey is the divine vulva. She reminds humanity of both our innate spiritual power to embrace all of life and the inner spiritual resources we have to make it through any difficulty without compromising our hearts. The art of Sadir is one of collective dreaming and doing. It is the ability to move in darkness, to become wise to our own potential, to become manipulative, controlling, and therefore negative, and to outsmart that by consciously choosing to bring love, freedom, spiritedness, and passion, the hallmarks of our presiding sorceress Freya, into our lives. The message of this oracle is that you are able to bring a positive influence into whatever situations or circumstances unfold in your life. Dedicate yourself to goodness, believe in your power to effect positive change. Interesting. Alrighty, so this could be about work, could be about your career, could be about a job, could be about give and take in general, like reciprocity. Let's grab some more messages before we close out and get your juicy messages for Libra energies. In your bag in the reverse, you could have lost a position, left a position, or this heartbreak or healing could be something to do with work or money as well. We did see the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse in the past position, so there could have been something that was impacting your finances. Ascension tension, so you might feel like there is a bit of tension. And I feel like any tension that you're experiencing is just to amplify you or get you on the right track faster almost, to, you know what I mean, to find the right path. Yeah, inner strength will be important. Interesting. There could be something about pulling away from others for a time, maybe even seeing a higher perspective. Flow. Yeah, there's something about going with the flow, but let's dive into juicy messages. Last messages from your spirit team, from your highest timeline. Guardians and guides and angels for Libra energies. What are the vital messages for Libras? Libra people. I'm getting a song in my head now. It's like Harry Styles. It's one of his music videos where he's like on I think it's like it's a song about a fish. So maybe Pisces is relevant, but it's like, and we do have Saturn that retrograded back into Pisces. We actually have the Pisces full moon eclipse tonight, so that could be something about that. But yeah, there's a Harry Styles music video where he's like on an island. I think it's like "I Adore You." I think is the name of the song or something. But yeah, that could be relevant. He carries like a fish in his backpack. Libra. You could have a lot of admirers, potentially, or let's see, Libra people. One dropped. Libra people in placements. Okay, let's close it there. It says they tried to psych you out. It is in the reverse, so take it as you will. It says overwhelmed, find harmony first. Yeah. Everything always works out for me and always has. So going with the flow, stay focused, stay driven. Will play crazy to avoid criminal charge. Treating you like a transactional sex machine, wants to interrupt you. So maybe this is somebody you know, or like an ex, or somebody who, yeah, it could be something, some part of temptation maybe. Networking / connections. So be careful of people as well. If you meet new people like that, try to make you seem irrelevant. Your inner work reflects your outer world. Interesting. And it says, so maybe you're like doing the changes inwardly first. They make bad choices, so they project that on others, assuming others are like them. Okay, manifesting abundance with your words. It says creating accountability. It says past people sensing your success, they are in dark energy, so do be cognizant of certain connections in the past. Maybe they would rather have you do all the work in the connection. Okay, so do be careful of, if somebody has never provided like emotional care or nurturance, or hasn't reciprocated in a connection. Where I heard a great quote today that said, if you're chasing, and you're a woman, it's not the right connection at all, because you're a woman. You're feminine. You receive. Find new music, so that could be relevant. Slow and steady wins the race, so don't rush into anything at this time. Brush it off, reprioritize. Embrace your true identity. So stay focused on yourself maybe and what benefits you at this time. No such thing as perfection, always evolving. So this could be if you were judging yourself or working on something. If you're comfortable with not knowing, you end up knowing more by learning / experiencing organically. Get up. So maybe there's something about literally taking yourself out of some lower state. Human form is new to you. We have be open-minded. Okay, we have trash removed equals blessings. They project their own shortcomings and wants you to leave them alone. So maybe this is something about leaving somebody alone. Slow down and enjoy. We have better to view it in an aware, comical light. Okay. And we have too many people on his boat. So this person could have like too many people around them, too many people that rely on them, too many people that demand this person's attention, time, energy. And so this could be actually somebody that, if you're not into that, if you need somebody who's more dedicated towards you, then maybe there is choices to be made. And catalyst pushing you into success. So just continue to work through things, clear out any fears or phobias for sure. Let's get you a last flower for Libras, and we'll close it out. Or will we, is the question. Libra. I'm kind of being guided towards the diamonds. Alrighty, Crocus wants to show up. Anything else for Libra people and placements from highest teams of love and light? And there she blows. The flame, interesting. Not sure if it was upright or reversed. The flame. We do have a lot of fire energy in your future with the Page of Wands, King of Wands. The flame. We'll have to read that, I think. I just heard like it sounds like one of those old cars where you put the key in and it like takes a second to turn on. So maybe there's something about that, like that sound, like, and then it gets going. Let's see the flame. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see, 167. The fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw the flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. So this could be about passion, something you're sparking your creativity juices with, your interest, your inspiration. When it's lit, we're connected to our purpose and sense life a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. So there is something here about re-sparking that inner flame, right? Like that engine that's starting. Think of this card as a call to reignite the fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten and protect the flame no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be, so this could be like the winds of like, fears, phobias. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It's likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. When light, health, mental clarity, and good digestion. When dark, excess heat or anger, complete darkness. So there is something here about really staying in the light if you can. Go deeper. The light you give off by Rumi and Gerhard Richter's candle paintings. To enliven the connection with this archetypal energy, practice the candle gazing technique called Trataka. So maybe light a candle, stare at the flame. Notice how lighting a single candle in any space brings magic to the room and creates a sense of reverence, and also helps clear things out, especially if you want to do any kind of, protective things. The archetypal fire is at the beginning of all transformation, purification, and manifestation. Nearly every spiritual lineage holds the flame, honors the flame, actually. Yeah, it's kind of like I think it was Zoroastrianism. I think that's what it's called, where they worship the flame or something like that. And I think it's associated with Saturn and Aries, which we will be having Saturn move into Aries later on. I think in 2026. I think now it's beginning to retrograde one last time through Pisces to finish up karmic ends. Basically, we could be like revising karmic loops, things like that. But interesting reading. Let's see what's happening for your future. Can we get any messages on Libra's future at this moment? For their future, Libra, people in placements from the highest teams of love and light and truth. Their highest timeline. What is their future for Libra energies? 6 of Wands. Goddamn. Success. So, ain't nothing to worry about here. Longevity protects against infirmities. Anything else for Libra? God who took evil. So you can notice, like, karmic cycles, fears, things like that, or just negative things in your life are clearing themselves out. Yeah, especially if you were dealing with the Knight of Wands player energy, or there could be something about, more stability, maybe, a better direction. Yeah, it's just repeating the same cards from earlier. That's crazy. 5 of Cups coming out of sadness. Interesting. Leaving something behind, detaching from something. Interesting. Tell me more. Queen of Pentacles. There's something about focusing on your money. Oh, you could be holding on or making a decision to work with potentially a commitment or a belief system. Could be a friend or some beginning of something long term, maybe potentially, or could be a job. Could be money. Could also be a friend though. Maybe somebody you met at a job. Yeah, you're coming out of conflict in the future, so that's nice. Yeah, you're coming out of pain. 3 of Swords sideways. Interesting. From the past, 6 of Cups. Tell me more for the future for Libra. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Yeah, there's going to be stability, but there is a need to kind of keep yourself focused on what's important. Maybe turn off the emotions kind of energy. I don't know, but let's get you an oracle. Libra. Highest timeline and team advice. Yeah, something was definitely taking away from your fruitfulness in the past. Interesting. You could be going through your time of the month if you're a woman here. Interesting. Gemini energy, Rowan. I'm going to pull a few extra juicy messages before we close out for Libra. And their spirit team. I heard just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. You're already in the new timeline. Interesting. Keep your walls up, stay silent. Okay, wants to be you. So you might need to be careful about copycats or something like that. Start writing a new chapter. Don't run away from your goals. You could also be rewriting your script of your life, writing in general. And this one came out. Checkmate it. Interesting. I don't know what that's about. Maybe see the longer term goal and vision and make moves. Anything else for Libra? We have tried to take your life, so maybe you're sacrificing these things, people. Libra. Use your talents. Work on your soul. And we have rewards incoming. Perhaps. Any more for Libra? Maybe if you work on your talents, they're incoming. We have boyish in the reverse. So somebody here could be feminine, perhaps. Different perspective. You might need to take a different perspective and cut the cards every day. Cut the cords. Oh, maybe cut the cards or the cords. And it says transcend, go down a new path. So this could be a new way of relating to somebody potentially, or new connections. Anything else for Libras? Okay. We have so what? Younger woman incoming. Interesting. You could be this younger woman, or something about a smear campaign. Be careful of a smear campaign, maybe. Maintain balance. And we have no right to steal your energy. So make sure you focus on your energy. Make sure you're not just giving it away willy-nilly or giving your energy to fears or things like that. Let's get you some last Moonology cards for Libras. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Don't let pride get in your way, so you might need to work on something or put some effort into something. It's time to release negativity. Let's get you one of these, I think. No? Yeah? Okay. Libra messages or Oracle messages for Libra from the highest team. North Star. Okay, North Node energy following your North Star. Libra, people and placements from the highest time. Gathering sideways wreath. Okay, I don't see this card often. There is a circle of life. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. Let's see what that says. This could be a death to a way of being, a death to a change in perspective. Let's see. Certain lifestyle. It says eternity, growth, and symbol of circle. Life is always ebbing and flowing in a cycle of good and bad cycles. Circles are a perfect representation of the wheel of life, so when wreath's center is spread, it's a reminder good fortune returns to in time. If you're going through a rough patch, know this period does not last forever. You're coming to a turning point in your life, and more paths will be available to you soon. Until that time, remember that you are what you attract. Keeping a positive attitude and trusting the universe helps you to draw in more favorable circumstances. If you're going through an unusually favorable time, remember to make the most of things, as things return to normal sooner or later, so everything's ebbing and flowing. Live in the moment and cherish any good luck you have, because it could be over in a flash. Alrighty. Any last angel messages for Libras from your spirit team? Oh, quite a few. Limited ideas, exercise to increase manifestation, power of prayer. So it's important that you continue to pray with your spirit team, ask for what you desire, or ask to be led or guided as well. Any last oracle messages for Libras? Actually, we're going to grab some Celtics. Libra people and placements. Sporon. Big focus on the number 12 in your reading. So I think somebody else was getting that a lot. Maybe it was you guys, but I think Sag got this yesterday, so that's interesting. Red Dragon. Hand fastings. Okay, let's go ahead and check Sporon as the first card out. It says, abundance, prosperity, wealth building. The Sporon is where the Celts kept their valuables, because Celts don't have pockets. It was used to hold food, ammunition, money, keys, and small treasures. The Sporon is a good card to see in a spread because it indicates money, wealth, or prosperity. Suggests that a period of abundance is close at hand. You're entering a time of financial flow, where you have more income than expenditure. Be canny with your wealth, however, as this card is also cautions against becoming a spendthrift and instructs you to be more frugal with the money you receive. If it turns up when you're in a financial hardship, know that your situation will improve for the better and new opportunities for creating wealth are on the horizon. Keep more of your money in your Sporon, because you never know when the next rainy day arrives. Saving a nest egg to cushion the blow of any nasty financial surprises, so that when you do have an excess of cash, be sure to save some and guard your wealth closely. Material things are nice to have, but money in the Sporon is better. Or as the Scots say, the reason money is flat is because it's meant to be piled up. Interesting. Alrighty, well, I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link. I'll leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.